All right. This is the social distancing episode of Kayfabe Culture. We're back. Somebody is eating or rattling something, as always.
I was eating a pizza, but now I'm done.
Okay.
The first one of
something.
The first one of 2020.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, that's Dan.
All right, Luke, your father.
Okay,
there you go.
Hold on. What's Dan? Dan's got something. There you go.
There you go, Dan.
got something.
So today's episode, because I thought we could do it a little bit more often, because most of us are home doing crap, is let's talk WWE and their response to everything. So none of this match by match stuff. We're done doing that. It's just
Wait, we're just talking about WWE?
Just today. Let's do it again.
Oh,
Let's just do it.
I'm out then. No.
Hold on.
I'll comment on anything you guys say, but I'm probably not going to have a lot to say about much of the thing.
Did you not see Asuka doing commentary?
I haven't gotten to that yet. Actually, okay. I do want to watch that, and I want to watch I don't know, whatever's going on this week. I can't wait to see AEW today.
Right. And we'll talk about AEW maybe like in 2 days, maybe Friday.
Okay.
No, we're not. Nobody's going
actually, before
maybe we'll do that.
Literally everything I've written down is for AEW going back to the Jericho Cruise.
That's fine.
So
that's fine. Keep it.
I will pin that.
Yes. Yeah. You blue sky that. What do they call it? Blue sky that. There's the Disney term. Blue sky that, and you'll get your thoughts are valid here anyway because it's just a discussion. So everything. I mean, kind of coronavirus. You can't ignore it. Just happened. The first thing, SmackDown to an empty performance center, and then we'll talk WrestleMania news here in a few minutes. But okay, those that watched it, what do we think about with the empty thing?
Well, even before that, you had the transition to the performance center for NXT, and having the live crowd at the performance center for NXT was actually pretty fun.
Mm-hmm.
I liked it.
Yeah,
I thought it was pretty cool.
Yeah. But then seeing the transition from that to SmackDown, where it was literally a dead audience, and I know it was in good jest, but even watching Nikki Cross trying to get the crowd excited and root on Alexa Bliss, that was humorous.
Okay, but everybody did that.
Oh, yeah.
Ryan came out too with what is that?
Vic. Is that Vic?
Somebody, I don't know, man. I think somebody's playing Gallagher. Somebody's playing Gallagher. I don't know.
Hey, I did see Asuka's little dance. That was rather entertaining.
Yeah, she's Riot, dude. So she did commentary on Raw, and
she's still the best. She's the best thing basically going on over there, in my opinion.
She did commentary on Raw. I had no idea what she was talking about. Go ahead, Dan.
Did you guys hear about the UK feed?
No, what happened?
About the UK feed during the commercials?
No.
I've only seen like pictures of the article, but basically what it is during the UK feed when they went to commercial, the wrestlers would stop wrestling.
Oh, yeah, they did.
Yeah.
That was for okay. So let's talk about that for a sec. That was in the women's match because the women's match cut to commercial, and I did see some pictures of that. But then the other live match on the show was the Daniel Bryan match, and they showed a clip of something that happened during the commercial break. So, I mean, what else do you do? Like, you don't have to do anything. Okay, we're going to commercial. Okay, you just kind of stand there. All right. Yeah, they saw like
catch your breath.
Like he fixed a turnbuckle, and you catching your breath.
You know what? I got to admit though, I really did enjoy Triple H's commentary.
Yeah. Okay, so I heard that was on the fly too. Like he went because they said something about a few special guests, and I thought, okay, we're gonna get some different commentators, and he was there the whole show.
Yeah. I would have thought he, like I said, I could have seen the first match. I would have understand, but I don't know. I'm like, I guess it was maybe like a last minute change of arrangements, I guess.
I just thought it was funny that left him open for because all those rumors about Triple H getting a demotion,
right?
And then all of a sudden he's commentating for a whole thing. I just thought it was funny that it was
working the camera.
Yeah. It just fed right into that.
But he was roasting
and doing the makeup and
coloring Michael Cole's beard.
Well, somebody has to make Michael Cole worthwhile.
The best line from there was when he was talking to Michael. He was talking about that, and they said, "Okay, we're showing you footage from Elimination Chamber," And he said, okay, yeah, we're back. We're doing this Elimination Chamber. Funny thing is, Michael Cole just got back from the Elimination Chamber. And we're not suffering from that paper crisis like a lot of other places. I popped for that one, dude. That was good. It was like, oh, that was funny. You just came back from the Elimination Chamber. Hey, what do you actually think about that? Because they went from, and we can talk Raw if you want to too, but both shows this week. I haven't seen NXT, which aired today as we record this, but both shows actually showed stuff from pay-per-views. So it wasn't even like a full. I thought we were going to get a show and it was just a full, like we're just going to have basically what our show was going to be, just with no audience. But no, they actually make the decision to show the parts of the last pay-per-view. What do you think about that?
Well, I mean, at this point, it's like fuck
pay-per-views.
What'd you say, Rick?
No,
it was the last two pay-per-views because it was Elimination Chamber, and then on Raw they showed almost 2 hours of the Royal Rumble.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, they did.
Yeah. So I mean, we know that crowd reaction, crowd response is the heart of. They're trying to get some of that in there. They're trying to have people react and seeing that crowd and get people excited. If you've got the means to do it right now, do it.
Mm-hmm. What do you think
but
about?
At this point, they've kind of blown their load.
Yeah, I was actually thinking that. Like, you can only do that for so long. What do you think? And I know this came up in we're all part of a group online called Punks of Wrestling.
Yeah.
Somebody had posted something about and I know Vic, I saw you actually like the post, but the one that had the goon, and that said like, oh, next week on WrestleMania the goon or whatever. So I started thinking, hey, why don't they show some? I mean, I know you have the network, but why couldn't they throw some classic stuff up on SmackDown and Raw?
You know what? They should. I'm like, they should. I'm like, the worst thing that they could have done in the last two shows is they show clips from that pay-per-view at Saudi Arabia, where the Fiend lost to Goldberg. I'm like, that could have been the worst thing to show. A lot of people don't. Of course, a lot of people don't have the network to watch these. To watch these shows. I'm like, in reality, if you think about it, I'm like, why not go a little retro? Why not go, just show some old classic pay-per-view matches from the heyday, I'm like that.
Could have even shown stuff for the Hall of Fame guys.
As long as it's not anything with Jake the Snake.
Yeah.
Hey, shout out to Eric on Punks of Wrestling and our buddy who does Kayfabe every once in a while, but he was the one who said, why didn't they do that for 316 days? Show a classic Steve Austin match or show more of his Raising Hell.
That's what they should have done.
Instead of just a 20-minute promo with Brian Saxton being stupid.
They tried to get that over as much as they could, and you can't tell me you didn't pop for him doing the stunner. You knew it was coming, and you can't tell me you never pop every time he does the stunner. And then throw the man in there a little bit. What I found funny about that was the very end of it.
I heard he missed a beer.
Oh, I didn't catch that part.
Yeah, I heard he missed one too.
I saw him miss the beer. I'm the one who posted that.
Oh, really?
Okay.
The first beer they threw in the ring, he caught one, and then he missed one, and then he caught the next one. I'm like, what the heck?
He'll just say it's not the normal guy that throws them.
Yeah.
He developed a chemistry with the guy that threw him. Did you catch the very end of the show when it went off? He had his 2 beers, and he comes across the rope, and he says, and that's the bottom line. Stone Cold. And then it cut off. That's exactly where it cut off.
Yeah.
He didn't get those last 2 words in. It went to like a pizza, Little Caesars commercial or something.
Dirty.
I was like, that's friggin' dirty right there. In other WWE news, if you guys didn't hear, WrestleMania is now supposed to be 2 days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Rob
2 days. 2 days of Gronk.
2 days of Gronk hosting it at the Performance Center. Yeah.
The original.
Dude, I loved him in the Emperor's New Groove.
Right? Squeak, squeaker, squeak, squeak. Hey,
me and Dad, as hardcore Raider fans, we were against Rob Gronkowski. F that guy.
Oh, Gronkowski. Man, I got that messed up. Sorry.
Yep. What do you think? Okay, first of all, let's talk. We'll get into this. There's a rumor. Have you heard the rumor going around about what's actually happening?
I don't know what.
Okay, so the rumor
that
is
it's a loophole.
Yes, rumor is that it's a loophole that insurance-wise, and we all know this. We all know a lot of things have to do with insurance right now, especially because we're in uncharted waters. No pun intended with the pirate theme from WrestleMania. But the loophole was supposed to be, okay, so the city, was it Tampa that was supposed to be in? Tampa, WWE, no.
Maybe James Stadium.
So they moved to the Performance Center, and Vince knew that, saying like, okay, technically he changed venues, because that's in the contract for his insurance, is if it doesn't happen here, you have to try to change venue. So he did that, but he kind of knows that it's fully possible the city will shut down that place too, and not allow anybody to be there too, in which case he gets the insurance money from it. So he doesn't lose his ass on all this stuff. And WrestleMania is supposed to happen sometime in June or something. Madison Square Garden or something. That's the rumor.
Somebody said that they're expected to lose like $20 million on it so far.
Something like that. I'm like, I think it's mostly, I think it's the city of Tampa in general that's going to be losing a lot of money during that weekend. I'm like, WrestleCon got canceled as well.
Dude, those guys are losing their ass. A lot of the independent guys are losing their ass.
Yeah, they lose their deposit on that too.
Yeah, they're responsible for those hotels, dude.
Yeah.
And now they're missing out on a big promo of having Brady there. I mean, geez.
Yeah.
Because you don't think you know that if everything would have played out normally, that Brady would have showed up there somehow, being in Tampa, his new team.
Yep.
Oh yeah, definitely, especially in support of his ex teammate.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it's just, I mean, gone to shit as far as that. I mean, that sucks. Okay, so I put up with SmackDown, I put up with Raw. If WrestleMania were to happen there, oh man, that's gonna be ugly.
It'd be terrible. Terrible.
Oh yeah. Hey, Duels attendance record 0.
And did you see somebody? What was it? PW Insider. Somebody recommended. They go, "Why don't you fill the Performance Center with Make-A-Wish kids?"
Oh man, that's in poor taste. I did see that. That's such in poor taste.
I think the intention was good, but the fact that they're probably the most immunocompromised kids out there is something I think glanced over when they were trying to come up with this idea.
I thought I heard somewhere that it was going to be filled with wrestlers. Like other ones would watch it. I thought that's what I saw, but I can't confirm that.
Question: did you guys see? No, so nobody saw AEW tonight already. East Coast speed.
Hold on a second. Let's see what we got because
it's queued up, ready to go.
Yeah.
But
okay, no problem.
No, let's check this out.
Just a question. We have to talk about it.
No, that's fine. Like I was gonna say, there's not really much we could talk about match for match anyway, and it's not really the format we want to kind of be doing anymore because we just don't want to keep them that long anymore. But
right.
I mean, we've gone through a lot of the WWE stuff, so if you guys want, we can hit AEW for a little bit and just get them all on the one show. So that doesn't bug me. Like what is there to talk about? Like, man, there was only two matches on SmackDown and maybe a couple on Raw that were actually live. We talked about the WrestleMania thing and how that's going to happen. We talked about the rumor of changing venues and the fact that it still may actually not happen. I'm more bummed about TakeOver and the Hall of Fame ceremony. Really? I enjoy those.
Yeah. I've been getting a lot of TakeOver NXT. It's surprising. Oh my gosh, it's actually it's so much better than WWE.
Yeah. Have you guys seen the Broken Skull
session? Did you watch this week? Not yet.
No, not yet.
No, not yet.
No.
Okay. Though I have been watching the Ruthless Aggression documentary. It's been pretty good.
That has actually been pretty good. If you still have the network, the Ruthless Aggression documentary is actually really good.
I may have to renew it. We'll see. Let's just say I was so pumped out with Goldberg and the Fiend match, I had to cancel my subscription.
Well, you know that was shit. But come on, man, you knew that was gonna be shit.
Yeah.
I can honestly say I only have the network for the pay-per-views, of course, the big ones. And
Same.
The back catalog. Those documentaries and stuff are actually pretty good. I don't mind those documentaries at all, so that's what I keep it for.
Yeah.
I'm ready, man. Any more WWE things? Because we can shift over to AEW for sure. We got the time.
Yawn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Literally.
Well,
man.
you know what? I'm like, the only thing I can say is that some of this, as a wrestling historian or unofficial wrestling historian, there has been document footage of I think back in the 60s and 70s, AWA wrestling. They actually showed it in an empty studio audience, and they did 3-4 matches for 1 hour. So this is nothing new. I'm like, when it comes to real wrestling fans who've seen wrestling.
Yeah, I saw a video that somebody posted from a match in 1980.
Hello?
Yeah. Hello?
Yeah.
Go ahead, Anthony.
No, I saw a video somebody posted of a match in 1980 where they didn't have a crowd. So it's been a gimmick. Obviously, everybody mentions the Rock and Mankind.
Oh, empty arena matches. Yeah. Okay.
But Kurt Angle and Sting had a good one too.
Who did, Rick?
Yeah.
Kurt Angle and Sting had one in TNA.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah.
It's a classic.
Well,
it was actually pretty decent.
It went from being a gimmick.
Also, The Rock and Mick Foley.
Yeah.
The Super Bowl halftime show.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. That's what that was. I remember that. All right. Hey, real quick before we shift to AEW then. Bar wrestling.
I was gonna say, why don't we stick with skip AEW today and keep going with like some of the indie stuff and some of the local stuff.
That's fine.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, I'm good. Like I said, what are we gonna do?
Yeah.
We can do Friday. We can do it again on Friday and be like, all right, we'll cover all AEW from the Jericho Cruise on. That's fine. Anthony's in.
I mean, that's all I really care about is AEW, anyways, because it's the only thing that's good.
All right. So, well, let's talk to you about bar wrestling because we saw some interesting stuff, man. We got to get you out to one.
I'll listen.
Which are now going to be canceled, unfortunately.
Isn't that the one that's in West Covina? Like, not too far from me.
They do Baldwin Park. They do Bootleg Theater in LA, and they do Glass House in Pomona.
Oh, okay. That's not the one that's in West Covina then.
Who's in West Covina?
No, West Covina is EWF, Empire Wrestling.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, a lot of those guys work on bar wrestling too now. They're starting to move over to that. So yeah, okay. Yeah. Well, I've lost my train of thought. Vic's gonna know a lot of the names we bring up, but Anthony, you'll know a few of them too. So we went to bar wrestling. Rick, Dan, and I went to bar wrestling. The end of February?
2 weeks ago.
No, it was longer than that. Yeah,
last week.
3 weeks ago.
Three weeks ago?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the last weekend of February.
So if you've ever been to the Glass House, it's a concert venue. So they, of course, have a stage. The ring butted up against the stage, and then bar wrestling's always been you just stand around and watch it anyway. There's no seats. So we picked up our spot, which we would probably watch a show from, for the most part, against some rails that have a little elevated thing, and we watched a bunch of matches. I can't even tell you who the matches were anymore. I don't remember off the top of my head, and that's not what I wanted to do anyway. But we'll start with our man, my new favorite wrestler, Orange Cassidy. Orange Cassidy wrestled. Oh man, he is fantastic.
Against Chris Masters.
Yes, against Chris Masters is who he wrestled. And it
the
was,
masterpiece.
Yes,
that's a name from the past.
It was fantastic.
Yeah, the
Anthony.
masterpiece.
It was wonderful. It was entertaining. It was funny. It was just, oh god, anything you can want. Go ahead, Rick.
The big spot was Masters trying to get the master lock on him, and Orange Cassidy trying to put his hands back into his pockets to fight out of it. So as Masters is trying to put the lock on and get the hands up, Cassidy's trying to pull his hands pointing down to kind of get him back into his pockets, and that's the fight. So that was a great spot. That was my favorite spot. Seriously.
Did he come out with that bottle of orange juice, or did somebody try to give him orange juice?
Yes.
He came out with it?
Yeah, and then he came out with it and then set it down in the corner of the room. Okay. And he tried to pick it up, like grabbed it from him or something, or he grabbed it and ripped the bottle apart. Orange juice went fucking everywhere.
That's when Cassidy hulks up, yeah.
Yeah.
Masters destroyed it, and then that's when Cassidy hulked up.
Yeah. After Masters destroyed it is when he hooked up, and it's when he actually started wrestling. It was good. It was good because we saw him do that before actually his first match on. Is that before his first match? Yeah, because that Saturday was the pay-per-view. So
a couple days later was him against Pac.
AEW, which was freaking amazing, dude. I'm telling you, he's my new favorite wrestler. The show that guy puts on is just and dedicated.
Yeah, I like him.
Is amazing.
Did you guys hear when Orange was going backstage? Everybody kept yelling, "Fuck up, Pac! Fuck up, Pac! Fuck up, Pac!"
No, I didn't hear that.
He turned right, he looked there.
Yeah.
It was right before he walked in. As the music died down, you could hear the whole crowd yelling it. And he just turned around and kind of like gives him
that half thumbs up. He's gonna try. Hey Dan, so you went and bought a T-shirt.
Yeah.
Did you have an interaction with him?
I did. Yes. So when I walked up to him, I go, "Hey, great match." Like, yeah. That was it.
That's it?
Can I get a shirt? Yeah. That was it. How much is the shirt? $20, my man. Got you. That was it. That was like.
Was he still basically in character?
It was cool. Yes, he never broke it.
Wow.
It was just the same character. People were walking up taking pictures. It took so to get up there because everybody wanted to take a picture with him. I didn't want to take a picture with him. I was just like, no, I just want to, give you a little wrist and buy a shirt. I'll be on my way. Turned around. That was it. The time I was gone was only to stand in line for that. And everybody else, people were walking. All the other wrestlers were out. Everybody was interacting with all the crowd. But, I mean, honestly, Orange Cassidy had the longest line.
Oh, he was the man of the night. 100% he was the man of the night.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
It was a long line there because I had gone to, just before intermission was over, had gone up to go to the bathroom too, and it was still a long line. So, good for him. Good for him that he's doing that.
Yeah, totally. I mean,
yeah.
$20 for a shirt. And there were just a lot of people were just coming up and taking photos. That was kind of fucked up. But I mean, there was quite a couple when a group of everybody was pulling out wads of cash. Like, all right, what does he got? We're spending money. There was at least 4 of us back, one behind the other. Starting with me, because the other guys in front of me were just taking pictures, but the rest of us were. But it was very limited on what he had. He only had a few things, so you weren't really going to be able to buy a whole lot anyways. But you could definitely buy something.
Well, you can pay if he charges money to take a picture with him.
Take a picture.
Yeah, take a picture, man. Especially now. Look at it now, man. All those guys are going to be hurting from all this.
Definitely, it's
because they can't make money.
I think Tawny and Remy started a group for like the independent wrestlers who want to sell the merchandise during this crisis.
Right, I saw that.
Yeah. Hopefully, some of these independent wrestlers will join, and whatever merchandise they have, they can sell. Try to some of them don't even have. They don't work a full-time job. This is their full-time job. And
yeah,
you're getting a lot of dates canceled, man. This really sucks, man. Really sucks.
Speaking of, let's drop some of the names that showed up at that show, man. So we saw the all guys who are hurting are going to hurt by this, by the way, and ladies. I'm not discriminating there. The Rascals were there. All 3 of them, right, Rick?
Yeah.
Rascals were there.
All 3.
Tessa Blanchard was there.
Daga,
Taya Valkyrie. Of course, Joey Ryan.
Chris Bay,
who's just made his debut in Impact. Who else did we see, man? We saw a bunch of people. A lot of the guys from EWF, Anthony, were there actually too. A lot of the guys that had trained up in there from Championship Wrestling. Watts was there. Adrian Quest, who does the EWF stuff. Andy Brown.
Uptown Andy Brown, Ray Rosas.
It was a good show.
The Rock Nest Monsters always do those. They're always fun to watch. Doomfly is always a fantastic team to watch.
Yeah, the Wolf Daddies or the Wolf Zaddies or whatever they're called.
Yeah, Tito Escondido and
Bad Dude Tito.
Jake Cabrera.
Yeah, Those are guys that came up in EWF too. So it might be worth it to check one of those shows out near you, Anthony, because a lot of those guys are really good.
Yeah, whenever they get back going again.
Yeah.
Matt Cross was there.
Oh yeah, Matt Cross.
Yeah. You can never discount Matt Cross. He's the one I got a shirt from.
Yeah.
I had a little conversation with him. He's such a cool guy.
Son of Havoc. He's a punk rocker, and he actually pulled the drawing for Remy's contest for Grudge Match brand. He's actually the one that pulled the drawing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pulled the name out the thing for the next night. So that's it, man. Anything else on the indie front or WWE type stuff?
No.
Short and to the point, my man.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Kayfabe Culture is part of the Extraordinary Culture podcast universe. You can email us at exocast@yahoo.com. We're also on social media. You can find us on Instagram at exoculture. We're on Facebook at exocult. We're on Twitter at exocultcast. You can listen to Extraordinary Culture or Kayfabe Culture on Podomatic, iTunes, Apple Podcast, Stitcher, Google Play, Spotify. You can YouTube Extraordinary Culture Podcast, or you can ask your smart home device to play the Extraordinary Culture Podcast.